You know exactly what you need to do. You've known for months, and you still haven't done it. That's not laziness. It's not motivation. It's something worse. And Marcus Aurelius figured it out 2,000 years ago. The samurai had a word for what you're missing. And once you hear it, you can't unhear it. Here's the uncomfortable truth. You're not stuck because you lack information. You've watched the videos. You've read the books. You know the habits, the routines, the morning rituals. You could probably teach this stuff to someone else. And yet, you're still in the same place you were 6 months ago. Why? Because knowing and doing are two completely different wars. And you've been fighting the wrong one. Most people spend years preparing for battle, researching, planning, optimizing. They treat life like a classroom, but the samurai treated life like a battlefield. And on the battlefield, hesitation kills. Musashi wrote, "There is nothing outside of yourself that can ever enable you to get better, stronger, richer, quicker, or smarter. Everything is within. Seek nothing outside of yourself." You've been seeking outside. More information, more motivation, more time. None of it works. The samurai had a concept called Fudoshin, the immovable mind. It's not about feeling ready. It's about moving before you feel ready. A samurai doesn't wait for courage before drawing his blade. He draws, and the courage follows. Action first, emotion second. Every time. You've got it backwards. You're waiting to feel disciplined before you act disciplined. Waiting to feel motivated before you move. That's not how it works. That's never been how it works. The people you admire, the ones who seem unstoppable, they're not more talented than you. They're not more motivated than you. They just stopped negotiating with themselves. They stopped asking, "Do I feel like it?" and started asking, "What needs to be done?" That shift, that single, brutal shift, is what separates the person who watches videos like this from the person who doesn't need to anymore. And here's the part nobody tells you. That shift isn't hard because it's complicated. It's hard because it's simple. So simple that your brain will do everything it can to avoid it. Let me show you what I mean. It's 6 a.m. Your alarm goes off. You planned to work out. And instantly, your brain starts negotiating. I'll go after work instead. I didn't sleep great, I should rest. Missing one day won't matter. You haven't even sat up yet, and you've already lost. The negotiation lasted 3 seconds, and you didn't stand a chance. Why? Because your brain is not your ally in that moment. Your brain is a survival machine. It's designed to seek comfort, conserve energy, avoid pain. It will construct the most convincing arguments you've ever heard, and every single one of them is a lie dressed in logic. The Stoics understood this. Epictetus said, "How long are you going to wait before you demand the best of yourself?" He didn't say, "Ask for the best." He said, "Demand." You don't negotiate with a toddler who wants ice cream for breakfast. You don't negotiate with a dog who wants to run into traffic. So why are you negotiating with the laziest, most comfort-obsessed part of your own mind? Here's what replaced the negotiation for me. One question, 3 words. What needs doing? Not what do I feel like doing? Not what would be easiest? Not what can I get away with skipping? What needs doing? That question cuts through everything. It doesn't care about your mood. It doesn't care about your excuses. It asks for one thing. the truth, and the truth is almost always obvious. You already know what needs doing. You knew before you clicked on this video. The workout needs doing. The difficult conversation needs doing. The hour of focused work needs doing. The application, the apology, the first step, it needs doing. Here's what happens when you ask what needs doing. Instead of, "Do I feel like it?" you stop waiting for permission. You stop looking for an easier path. You become, in that moment, what the samurai called Fudoshin, immovable. Not because you're stronger than other people, not because you have more willpower, but because you finally stopped negotiating with someone who was never going to let you win. Musashi again. Do nothing that is of no use. If the thing needs doing, the only thing of no use is the conversation you're having about whether to do it. So, how do you actually build this? How do you go from someone who negotiates to someone who moves? Here's the practice. It takes 10 seconds. Do it every morning. Wake up. Before you touch your phone. Before you check anything. Ask yourself one question. What is the one thing today that needs doing, that I am most likely to negotiate my way out of? You already know the answer. It's the thing that makes you uncomfortable just thinking about it. The thing you've been putting off. Now, here's the samurai part. Do it first, before anything else, before email, before breakfast, before your brain has time to construct its case. This is not a productivity hack. This is a discipline that rewires your identity, because every time you do the thing you least want to do, first, you send a message to yourself. I am not someone who negotiates. I am someone who acts. And identity beats motivation every time. Here's the challenge. Tomorrow morning, before you do anything else, ask yourself, what needs doing? Then do it. No pause, no consideration, no negotiation, just action. Do this for 1 week, 7 days. And if you're the same person at the end of it, come back and tell me I'm wrong. But you won't be the same person. Because the person who moves before they feel ready, even once, has already stopped being the person who waits. And that person, the one who waits, doesn't exist anymore. The samurai said, "The way is in training. So train. Never quit."